Hola chicas, my name is Vanessa Batts and I'm a program leader with Latinitas. Welcome to AISD's virtual summer camp. For today's lesson, we'll be learning about friendships and how to cultivate a healthy one. This whole week is about health, and when we think about health, the first thing that we think about is our physical health, so what we eat and how we exercise. But oftentimes we overlook a part of ourselves that needs some tending to, our mental health. So for today's lesson, we will be learning about how a positive friendship can help our mental health stay positive. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, what is a friendship? A friendship is an understanding between two people where they share mutual affection towards each other and respect. Let's go ahead and get started on some questions to get you thinking about your own friendships. So number one, what does friendship mean to you? Number two, how do you make new friends? And number three, what makes someone a good friend?
Go ahead and pause if you need to write these questions down and answer them. They'll be handy later on in the video.
Personally, I make friends just by doing what I love to do. I've made great friends through Latinitas and great friends at school. Latinitas brought us together because we have a passion for helping young girls of color with media and technology. And through that, we were able to realize our similarities and differences and make great friendships. At school, it was the same concept. I went to school for public relations and met lots of people that had the same loves and interests that I did. But at the same time, we learned about the differences and what made us unique. So remember, chicas, friendships are a great thing to have and are a great thing to base on similarities. But it's always good to have differences and similarities with your friendships. Your friendships don't have to solely rely on your similarities. So next question. So for me personally, someone makes a good friend when they're there for you when you need them to. So the word is reliability. A good friend to me means someone I can laugh with, that I can spend time with, and that I don't feel pressured to be perfect around them. So someone you can really trust and rely on.
Now that we've discussed, let's go ahead and go into the activity. Here is what you need for today's activity. Go ahead and pause it, that way you can go and collect the items and then restart it whenever you are good to go. And if you're having trouble finding the exact items, no worries, ladies. You can use anything that you find around the house. Like for sprinkles, for example, you could just crumble up a cookie and just substitute it for actual sprinkles.
For today's lesson, we will be creating a friendship cookie. This cookie represents what a healthy friendship should look like. So every ingredient represents something that every friendship should have in order for it to be a successful and positive friendship. First up, for our ingredients, you would need a cookie. So the cookie will be the base of our friendship cookie and should be the base of your friendship in general. The cookie represents the foundation. So honesty, trust, and respect. Next up, we have icing. I took the liberty to put my icing in a bag ready to go. So the icing represents communication. So being able to talk to you about either problems or concerns that you have in your friendship. Next up, we have sprinkles. So you can use any type of sprinkles you want. These are just some really cute Easter ones that I found on sale. And the sprinkles equal kindness. So being kind to each other. And last but not least, any candy that you find around the house. Again, I have these candies. These are really Easter-like. They were on sale, but you can use anything that you find around the house. The candy represents being there when you need them to be. So reliability. Whenever you need them, they'll be there, and whenever they need you, you'll be there. So these are the ingredients that you'll need for today's friendship cookie. Again, you can use any type of ingredients you have there in the house. It doesn't have to be these exactly, as long as you have cookie, sprinkles, icing, and any type of candy that you find around the house.
Alright, chicas, let's get started. So you can choose any type of cookie, but today I'm going to use chocolate chip cookies and I'm going to do 3 friendship cookies. When putting on the frosting, be very careful to not overload it or else it might slip and fall off. Next up, we have the sprinkles, and the sprinkles represent kindness. So I'm just going to use these Easter-like sprinkles, and I'm going to choose a different sprinkle for each of my cookies. So far, so good, chicas. So remember, we have the foundation, which is honesty, trust, and respect, the frosting, which is communication, and then the sprinkles, which is kindness. And last but not least, we have our candy. And our candy represents reliability, which means being there for each other when you need it.
Now that we've created our friendship cookie and learned all about the ingredients that go into a healthy friendship, let's go ahead and go into our next activity. We're going to take what we learned and implement it onto ourselves. We're going to create a friendship high five. So for this activity, all you need is a sheet of paper and any writing utensil. It can be colored pencil, colored crayons, markers, anything that you'd like. So a sheet of paper, any writing utensil, and a pair of scissors if you have one handy. You're going to use your hand and stencil it onto the sheet of paper. You're going to write your name in the middle of your hand, and on each finger, you're going to write a way that you can be a good friend to someone else. Because when it comes to friendship, it's all about the healthy dynamic between two of you. So that means being nice to one another, respecting one another, and having trust with one another. It's all about the balance between you and the other person. Let's go ahead and get started.
Alright, chicas, here we go again. I have my markers, my scissors, and pencil, and orange construction paper. First up, we are going to place our hand on the paper and use a marker, pencil, or crayon to trace our hand. So now all I'm doing is going over what I traced, just so I can define the lines and make it a little more stronger. You are free to do this if you'd like. If not, you can go ahead and skip this step. Next up, we are going to write our names in the middle of our hand or the palm. And then on each finger, we are going to write one way that we can be a better friend to someone else. So here are my ways to listen to them, ask about their day, remind them how much they mean to me, make them laugh, and last but not least, go on adventures with them. All that's left to do is just to decorate around the hand. You can do whatever you like. I'm just drawing cute little hearts around my hand to emphasize other ways that I can be a better friend to someone else.
We've reached the end of our lesson today, chicas. And today we learned all about friendships and how to maintain a healthy one. So we first created a friendship cookie where each ingredient represented something that each healthy friendship should have. It was honesty, trust, and respect, communication, kindness, and reliability. Then we took what we learned and implemented it into our friendship high five, where we wrote down ways that we could be a better friend to other people. I hope you learned a lot today, chicas, and I hope that you would take everything that we learned today and implement it into the friendships that you have today. I think the golden rule always applies, where it says treat others the way you'd want to be treated. Enjoy the rest of your day, chicas. Adios!